Just to give you guys a kind of synopsis, Zebec mostly is focused on payment via payroll. So really their main focus is payroll. They say, okay, that they're into real world assets and all of that. But if you look at a lot of their board members, the true focus is payroll. That was cool to me because if you look at a lot of their partners kind of cross pollinate with Swift, cross pollinate with XRP, cross pollinate with Onyx Coin, XCN. So if you think of Zebec being the payroll person, the payroll guy, then it can be used in tandem with all of these different projects. It's not like fighting or trying to take market share from XRP or Swift or Onyx Coin. Its purpose would be payroll.
If managing your crypto feels like solving a puzzle, it's time to switch to Decent Wallet. Just a few taps, you can manage, track, and secure your crypto with unmatched ease. And here's the best part. Grab your Decent Wallet at a discounted price by using the referral link below. Don't miss out on making your crypto experience smoother and more secure.
So this is from Zebec's site. And one thing that I want to be sure to kind of let you guys notice here, which will be different from the front of their site, is if you go down here, you'll see some partners, right? And in these partner lists, they have Stellar. Now, if you go to the front of their site, Stellar is not mentioned there. So I think that's the one little peculiar thing. But if we look at these partners, you'll see Near, Celestia, Binance, Base, Ethereum, JP Morgan, Bank of America, Visa, MasterCard, all the people you would think would be involved in payroll, right? And if you're familiar with my content, you know I focused a lot on Tim Draper because his just researching him led me to so many things in cryptocurrency. Like he, he invested. He's an initial investor in Coinbase, initial investor in Gemini, initial investor in Ethereum. Like the list goes on, right? But if you think about Circle being our country's like digital dollar with USDC, and Stellar being closely aligned with Circle, and all of those things being kind of closely aligned with ISO 20022, then you can understand how this could be used for payroll and that it's very skillfully aligned with all the things that would need to be used for payroll. But let's go up here and kind of read some things here specifically from their active divisions. All the rest of this is nice and cute, but this is the thing that we're going to focus on the most here. Payroll and DApp leverages multi-chain infrastructure to offer streamlined and efficient payment solutions with nearly 600 partners and paying clients, along with 355K unique users. Our network has proven to be robust operational platform for financial applications and a transfer of real world assets through blockchain and smart contract based digital mechanisms. Okay. And here's the really kind of important part. They're big payroll partners, payroll growth partners, and PayBridge. You'll notice PayBridge, they're a company in Ohio that does like a lot of things with payroll right now. And their CEO, if we can go down here, is Tony Chiveles. And it seems like he's like a partner here with Zebec. So like they're attached at the hip here, both PayBridge and PGP and Zebec. So let's continue on here. Investment arm of Zebec invests in leading payroll companies across diverse industries and verticals and introduces new cutting edge innovation and financial tools to workforce of over 250 enterprise-level client companies in its portfolio. Over the past year, PGP's acquisition of PayBridge and School Payroll Services, SPS, have expanded Zebec's payroll segment and its integration with traditional payroll systems in the United States. PayBridge, a leader in payroll and HCM solutions, processes over 300 million in payroll volume annually, underscoring the significant scale of this integration, right? And if we think what ISO 2002, there's a slow kind of conversion from fiat to cryptocurrency. Eventually, the end game or end goal of that is now having payroll and different payments in cryptocurrency. So this would be kind of like a step in that integration. In addition to school payroll services into PGP portfolio, paved the way to creating a premier payroll service for educators, administrators across more than 100 schools nationwide. And of course, school systems and the public school system, that would be a big get for payroll, right? And here with their WageLink product, this is pretty big here, I think. The first compliant traditional payroll app. Read it again. The first compliant traditional payroll app with an advanced blockchain backend. WageLink introduces Web3 features like near zero cost cross-border remittances and USDC payroll. WageLink leverages the efficiency, security, and speed of blockchain technology. It integrates with various payment infrastructure networks and forms a part of Zebec's extensive financial network ecosystem. So that's cool. They already kind of are compliant, and they already kind of link in USDC with, the Circle kind of partnership there. And here we have near zero cost cross-border remittances. So all the things that we would like, all the things that you would kind of see from Swift blockchain, all the things you would see from XRP, the cross-border remittance stuff, and the USDC payroll stuff. So all the different partners, which we'll see kind of link into Zebec, and kind of the shared partners that they have with XRP, we'll notice that as well. So here we have the Zebec Instant Card. Just 100 days post-launch, our no-fee multi-chain prepaid crypto card has achieved global acceptance and steady growth, now serving thousands of clients with the transactions poised to reach millions in purchases worldwide. This card facilitates a seamless transaction between fiat and crypto economies, allowing users to spend cryptocurrency on everyday purchases wherever Visa and MasterCard are accepted. So if you guys familiar, this is Zebec is built on Solana. Solana has like kind of Visa partnerships itself. And as we kind of showed you guys down below, Visa and MasterCard are partners with these guys. So they're already ready to be partners with those guys. So Imida, I'm going to say Imida, I might be saying that wrong, is Zebec's payment pilot program that handles 500 million of cross-border payments between the U.S. and Mexico. Building off of Imida's immediate success, we plan to expand into Thailand and Nepal, where the market value opportunity is 50 billion. Zebec multi-sig is also being tested by a few international transport companies as a payments tool for the escrow, where international commerce can happen without a bank as an escrow partner. We expect this part of the company to grow gradually. So here's their team. Sam being the founder, Simon being the COO. I want to look more into the background of these guys. But one of the people that I focused on was Lisa Robbins, former CFO of ADP. And, where I work currently, ADP does our payroll. So it's very interesting that they have a former CFO of ADP someone who would know the ins and outs of a system like ADP would be very, very influential in advising this company to kind of get them kind of hipped into a place like a ADP so that they could like transition traditional fiat payroll to crypto payroll. And then, of course, Tony Chivilis with PayBridge, where they're already doing stuff like that. And here we have another person who's a former president at ADP. So they have all the right advisors as far as like when it comes to ADP and payroll. Like a lot of companies I've worked with in the past have used ADP. So it's really, when I see them, I'm like, okay, you guys are getting in with the right advisors there. And here we have, Solana's president here. So if we mosey on over here to Zebec's partners, this is cryptorank.com. I really love to use it because it shows your funders and backers here. So can you guys see these funders and backers? Can you see this, Max, the funders and backers?
Yes, correct. We can see it.
Okay, awesome. So Coinbase Ventures here, like I said, I've done a lot of research on Tim Draper. He's he's an investor in Coinbase. So when I see Coinbase Ventures, I just automatically say he's invested there. And then we have Circle, and we've already kind of diagrammed, at least on my channel. I think Max has told you guys as well how Circle and Stellar have a kind of intimate partnership with Coinbase Ventures. So it's no surprise to see these two. Shima Capital, we've talked about Shima Capital in reference to SWFT Blockchain and MetaPath. Shima Capital has MetaPath on its list of things it's invested in. So there's another kind of SWFT connection there. When you see Shima Capital, you know that they are also invested in MetaPath, and MetaPath is the NFT portion of SWFT, where you can send an NFT to any network via MetaPath. And then we have here Solana Ventures. Of course, Solana, it's built on Solana. Solana has partnerships with Visa. I've seen before, so that we have that there. Lightspeed Ventures, these guys are partnered with XRP. And apparently they've been around for 45 years, according to some Lightspeed Venture things I've seen, even though it says that the company was founded in like the early 2000s. One of their partners said they've been around for 45 years. So there's that. Gemini Exchange, which again, Tim Draper owns a part of Gemini. And we got the whole Winklevoss twins here. So we got them there. Briar Capital, which we'll go into a little bit today, but the guy who founds this, Jim Briar, he did some initial founding of Facebook. So when we see Base involved as a partner here with Zebec, I think it might largely be because of this guy here. And of course, we'll get a little bit more into that later. But as you see here, we're going to look Lightspeed Ventures, right? Let's go look at some of XRP's partners. So you see Lightspeed Ventures here. And I don't know if you guys are aware, but Andreessen Horowitz and both Tim Draper and Andreessen Horowitz were initial investors in Coinbase. So, you could say that Coinbase, even though they said all of what they did all of what they did with XRP. They have the same initial investors here. So when I see Andreessen Horowitz and Lightspeed Ventures, you could say, both of these guys are kind of partnered with both Zebec and XRP. But then here, when we look also at Onyx Coin, you see Pantera Capital, who were also founders of XRP. And we see Visa here. Again, if you look at the whole Solana partnership, and we saw also on their front page, they were partnered with Visa, Zebec was. So we have a lot of kind of intermingling partners here Digital Currency Group is also partnered with XRP. So we have a lot of the same players here kind of interpartnered with one another when we talk XRP, Zebec, Swift, and Onyx Coin. So I thought that's very, very interesting. Now, if we dig a little bit deeper here, I'm going to bring up a Forbes article from 2023. They mentioned FedNow, right? So FedNow has launched as a blockchain innovation that delivers. If we back to that page again, FedNow has launched as a blockchain innovation delivers next gen payments. This is from September 17, 2023. Innovators in the private sector are taking the lead in offering instant payment services without FedNow. Fintech firms like PayPal or Venmo have served as users to this end for a long time. So this is Ondo Finance's ecosystem. Okay. Now you notice a whole bunch of great cryptocurrency things here. XLR, we've been over on my channel how XLR relates to Swift and how Tim Draper, he has relations there with XLR as well, right? And how XLR has, their Onyx and how that Onyx is related to our Onyx. And of course, we have BlackRock here, they're tied at the hip with Ondo Finance. But if we mosey all the way down here, we're going to see Zebec network. And I think that's just so huge, right? Of all the different cryptocurrencies they can put on here, they have Zebec here, right? And again, they have them labeled as liquidity, which is very interesting as well. And I've shown you guys so much how like Tim Draper and all this guys are related to BlackRock and Consensus and things like that with Ethereum and JP Morgan and all of that, right? But just want to note here that Zebec network is explicitly called out on Ondo Finance's ecosystem. So more on this on a future episode on my channel here. But let's now move over to, I think where we got kind of cut off here is Nautilus chain. So before I show you Nautilus chain, I just want to go over to, Zebec network, where they show that. Okay, let's share this tab. So another thing to note about Zebec is that they're an American cryptocurrency. You can see the American flag there. But let's also look here at Nautilus chain. One of the things I wanted to note to you guys about Nautilus chain is that they were sold to 3Base, which is basically, and you can see here where it says, "Dear users, as we transition from Nautilus to 3Base, we're excited about the enhancements this update will bring." And you can say, as previously announced, Nautilus chain has been acquired by 3Base org. So we're going to go look at Nautilus chain, right? Just realize it was acquired by 3Base org. And they say, new chain, new name, same core mission, payments optimized network. So even though they're acquired, I think there's still going to be some type of connection here. And if we look at kind of 3Base org here, you'll see that they're kind of a layer 3 on base, right? And as you remember from what we were showing you before, right, that base is one of Zebec's partners, which I will bring back to you here. So partners, JP Morgan, Base, Ethereum, Visa, Bank of America, and MasterCard. So Base is one of its partners. So even though it is a kind of an acquisition, it's still kind of an acquisition by one of its partners. And I think they'll still be involved because this touches payment. Okay. Like that's a speculation on my part, but you can see here why I'm speculating that. So now if we go and take a look at Nautilus chain, says the world's or the first streaming payment blockchain. And you know, here if you're one of the guys that kind of is into symbolism like I'm into symbolism, Nautilus, right? That's the whole boat symbolism. And you know, money itself has a kind of water symbolism with money flow, fiscal year, the fish. Um, and Swift blockchain, right? It has a whole uh, water droplet into a phoenix, right? And with Zebec, they have that like their whole logo kind of looks like a boat, so it makes sense that they say Nautilus, right? Like something navigating a boat. But now, if we look at Nautilus as an ecosystem, their ecosystem, right, and their cross chain partners, what do we have here, right? We have Swift blockchain as one of its partners. So makes a whole lot of sense when we look at all the different investors and how I showed you, you know, multiple things that Tim Draper could be involved in, that Swift blockchain would be one of its partners, just based off of what we said. Other notable partners, right? If we look at the oracles, right? Pith, of course, Solana's oracle there, and Dia, which is a multi-chain oracle, but this is built on Stellar, right? And Stellar, again, we showed you is one of Zebec's partners. So I think those are very, very important things to point out, and a absolute direct connection to Swift blockchain here. Now, if you would allow me to kind of transition into that kind of Swift partnership, I could do more connections to Swift and this blockchain. So again, remember I showed you and told you about Shima Capital. Let's bring up their website if we could here. And definitely come over to my channel because I go into more detail about this in the 2 videos that I covered with on Zebec, but I'm kind of giving you guys kind of the highlights here. But if you want more detail, definitely come on the channel and watch those videos. Let me bring up Shima Capital, and then let's share this tab. So Shima Capital, if we look at their investments and we go to DeFi, what we're going to notice here, MetaPath right there is one. And again, if you guys are familiar, want to know more about MetaPath, come on my channel and watch some of the Swift videos. We talk a lot about MetaPath, and we'll go into it a little bit here as well. But here we have MetaPath. And then if we go a little bit further down on DeFi, you will see Zebec. So both are here, both for Shima Capital. Now, if we go over here to MetaPath, right? You can use MetaPath in the US right now. But what you'll notice is some of the things that MetaPath can be used with, right? If we kind of scroll down here, we'll notice that MetaPath can use both APT, which is Aptos, and also Sui, both of which used to be Facebook Libra projects. Okay. Facebook Libra or Libra used to be Facebook's project where they were doing cryptocurrency, but they kind of shut that Libra project down because that would have it would have impacted banking around the world. So they told them they couldn't do Libra, right? And what came out of that whole Libra project were these two projects, which were Apatos and Sui. Now, if you guys did more research on those, you will know that they use this language called Move. If we go back to Nautilus here, homepage, we'll see that Nautilus says, with the help of Eclipse technology, Nautilus supports Ethereum and Move VM. So Move VM those are the programming languages behind Sui and Apatos, and then also Cosmos. Okay. So do I have that here? So yes, I do. So if we look at this here, this is an older Swift post in which, shout out to Harp in our Telegram for this one. Swift Blockchain was actually partnered with Libra. So again, here I'm kind of showing you, it makes a lot of sense that Zebec can use Move and Move VM because Swift was already set up to use Libra, which is why Swift and Metapath can use Apatos and Sui, and which is why Nautilus is also partnered with Swift. So all of these different things interact together and can be used together. And if you know about Swift and you know about all the research and things that I've told you guys about Swift, even though it does not list Stellar as a partner, it does say that it can use Stellar as one of its cryptocurrencies. So it also makes sense why Zebec is partnered with Stellar, which we showed you earlier. And let's just go to Swift. Let's bring them up as well, so you can see all the different cryptocurrencies that Swift is able to use, all the different networks it's able to use, which we could show you in Metapath, but I think it'd be quicker to just show you here on Swift's homepage. So chain supported, like all of them, HTC or HTX, which is Justin Sun's exchange, and they call it a network Hecko. XRP, XDC, Ethereum, all the Ethereum kind of networks like Arbitrum, Polygon, all of which, if we were to bring up Tim Draper's site of all the things that he's associated with and owns, he owns Polygon, he owns Ethereum, he's connected to Ethereum, he's connected to Bitcoin, kind of like all of these. It's amazing to think about, but yes, he is. So when you connect something to Swift, you basically connect it to everything. And I could go through these and show you guys there how that connection is made. But you can see here that even though it doesn't say that it supports XLM, you see that XLM is a cryptocurrency here that it supports, and it also supports its USDC coin too. So it definitely can be used on Stellar's network. What else did I want to show you guys here? Okay, so one thing I want to make clear to you guys too is a lot of a lot of the ways people think about cryptocurrency, they always think of it as something that's like a threat to the previous banking system. But if you look at a lot of the people that are connected here, as far as the Drapers and the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers, this is the previous system guys basically now upgrading, let me upgrade you, to quote the Beyonce song, basically upgrading the old system. So no, this is not the this new system trying to overtake the old system. This is a upgrade of the new of the old system, if that makes sense. And one of the things that I like to do when I connect the Draper Dragon part here is to also show you guys the Node Capital connection here too. And if we bring up Node Capital, you'll see that they have a Rothschild on their board. And again, to kind of connect that information, um, I've shown the guys on my channel. I think Max has shown you guys too as well, that a Rothschild through SBI Holdings holds 8.7% of the XRP supply. So again, there's another XRP connection to this whole thing. And here we go with Node Capital. You see Ben Rothschild here as a venture partner. And I've read this for you guys before too, but it bodes reading again. 7 years of experience managing as a managing director in a prominent family office. Ben offers deep expertise in investment strategy and financial management. As a seasoned tech investor and board member, Ben's network, particularly within the Israeli tech ecosystem, is instrumental in identifying and nurturing promising opportunities. So again, there's another kind of Rothschild connection. And if we look at some of the companies they invest in, we already seen Swift, but here's XLR again. And here we are with the same players again. XLR, we just saw XLR here, right, with the ecosystem of Ondo Finance, right? So it's the same players in the whole follow the money scheme. We're hitting the same players again. Zebec Network, XLR, Arbitrum, like the same players again. So to me, knowing that Zebec is kind of in the same elbow, rubbing the same elbows with these guys, it really, really, really makes me kind of bananas about Zebec, especially at this market cap, especially with these players involved. Um, yeah, I really, really like it here at this market cap. And this is why I'm kind of saying to guys, okay, if you missed, not financial advice, totally right, but if you missed XEN, this can kind of be like buying XEN at 0.0017. Okay, so yeah, that's that's kind of the end of what I have to say to you guys.
Hey guys, I just want to point out something real quick in regards to Uphold with you guys. A lot of you guys are familiar with Uphold or heard about it, but if you're brand new to all this and don't have an account, basically there's some benefits. It benefits me, it benefits you. This is a win-win. But one thing I want to point out to really pound it home with Uphold is, for example, XDC. As we know, with XDC, a lot of us have to jump through the hoops of like KuCoin, use a VPN to kind of get around things. This is American-based exchange with Uphold. You don't have to do that. You can get your XDC here, and yeah, not having to deal with that is a great thing. You could also get XRP here. Again, American-based exchange. There's a refer and earn. Bottom line is, if you deposit $100, I get 20, you get 20. It's a win-win for both of us. And of course, that's in BTC, but again, you can swap that to any of these particular altcoins. So check it out. Links are in the description if you would like to take advantage of the 20. And yeah, a win for both of us. How cool is that? Links in the description, both on the live and on the recorded. Thanks, guys. Over and out.